And I am Dashan Husseina Usman. For more news, connect with us on our social media platforms. Now the news in full. 3 people are reported to have been killed in attacks by unidentified persons who stormed Ribok, Toriang and Kankada general area of Zangonkataf local government. According to reports from security agencies, the attack on Sunday is in retaliation to an earlier attack in Ngwando, Mado area Saturday night. 1 car, 3 houses and 8 herders' huts were burnt, while scores of herders were evacuated to safety by a combined team of military and police personnel. Condemning the attack, the acting governor of the state, Dr. Hadiza Balarabe, appealed for calm and urged residents of Zangonkataf to desist from killings while security agencies carry on with investigations. She prayed for the repose of the souls of the deceased and sent condolences to their families while also wishing the injured victims quick recovery. 15 more abducted students of Bethel Baptist High School, Maraban Damishi, Kaduna State, have regained their freedom after 48 days in captivity. Bandits suspected to be kidnappers had on July 5 attacked the school and took away 121 students from their hostels. The bandits released 28 of them on July 25 after a ransom was allegedly paid to the kidnappers. The rest managed to escape from the captors between July 22 and August 3. The release of the 15 students brings the total number of those freed so far to 56, while 65 others are still in captivity.
The release of these 15 children, although the number is smaller than what we were expecting because we had 78 out there. They've given us 15, that means 63 to come. But in everything, God says we should give thanks, and we are giving thanks for what He has done. And we are trusting that the same God who has brought these 15 out is going to help us to receive the other 63. We have great hope in God, and we keep praying and keep asking God for help.
But one thing that we know, the bandit is asking us to give them something. And we want to thank God for well-wishers, relatives, and the Church of God, who actually have been supporting to see that our children are being released.
Operatives of the Nigerian police force working with the military and other security forces have arrested one 22-year-old female suspect, Gloria Okoli, for her complicity in the series of deliberate and well-coordinated attacks on security formations, other critical national infrastructure, including INEC offices, and killing of security operatives in the southeastern part of the country. According to a statement by Deputy Public Relations Officer of the Police, Aremu Adeniran, Okoli was arrested in Imo State. Her arrest comes amidst reduced attacks by gunmen believed to be ESN members in the southeast and south-south regions of Nigeria. The police also said she aided them in the arrest of one of the group's top leaders, whom the police identified as Onye Ami. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a major drug dealer wanted for attempting to export 69.65 kilograms of cocaine, heroin and cannabis to the United Kingdom through the narco export shed of the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Lagos. Operatives of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency had traced the wanted drug dealer, Stephen Afam Ekyonyu, on Sunday, August 15, to a popular Pentecostal church at Mike Ajari Street, Ojodubega, Lagos, where they arrested him soon after he stepped out of church service. His arrest followed the interception of a consignment of illicit drugs weighing 69.65 kg going to the UK through Lagos Airport on Thursday, August 12, 2021. The illegal baggage had been sent to the airport for export through a freight forwarding company, which in turn gave a driver to deliver at the narco export shed. Government of Ekiti State has successfully evacuated 28 students who are Ekiti indigenes from crisis ports in Jos Plateau State following the security challenges that occurred in the north-central state in the past week. Akin Omole, Commissioner for Information and Values Orientation, who made this known via a statement in Ado-Ekiti, said the operation was carried out with the support of security agencies who provided adequate security cover for the journey from Jos all the way to Ado-Ekiti. The statement added that the mission, sanctioned by the state governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, was led by the Special Assistant to the Governor on Youth and Student Matters, Moses Ademiloye, who safely returned to Ado-Ekiti Sunday night with the young indigents. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle says he is determined to collaborate with the National Commission for Refugees and Internally Displaced Persons to resettle all IDPs in the state. Director General, Media, Public Enlightenment and Communications to the Governor, Yusuf Idris, made the disclosure in a statement signed and made available to newsmen in Gusau. According to the statement, the governor stated this while hosting the National Commissioner for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Hajia Imang Suleiman, who paid him a visit to Government House, Gusau. Governor Matawalle said his administration will continue to support vulnerable people and will not relent in its efforts to improve their living standards despite security challenges facing the state and the nation in general. He assured that he will collaborate with the Commission to resettle all the affected communities in the state to appropriate places through the State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. He also added that humanitarian activities of his administration are designed to cater for internally displaced persons who are affected by the activities of bandits in the state. You're still watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, Nigeria records 187,023 total COVID-19 infections. Do stay with us.
My name is Samuel Dada.
Yakubu Isa, ana mana kabila jeje.
Aminu Musa.
A wannan harkar ce muke dan samun abinci, an muke taimaka mu wasu da yawa.
Looking for private jobs. Sometimes you get employed and the process of payment, you undergo some kind of stress.
Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the Trust TV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search Trust TV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Hello and welcome to Showcase. On Showcase, we are going to be delving into the lives of emerging entrepreneurs across the country.
My calligraphy is Arabic calligraphy. I had written the Quran, the complete Quran, before reaching the age of 12.
From professionals to artisans and even social media influencers, I am going to be taking you on a journey to show you the beautiful, the motivational and the resilient nature of Nigerian entrepreneurs who continue to thrive irrespective of the challenges they face in the country.
Showcase, coming soon on Trust TV.
You're still watching Trust TV News Updates. Here's a look at some of our major stories. 3 people are reported to have been killed in an attack by unidentified persons who stormed Ribok, Toriang and Kankada general area of Zangonkataf local government. And Ekiti state government has successfully evacuated 28 students who are Ekiti indigents from crisis ports in Jos, Plateau State, following security challenges that occurred in the north-central state in the past week. Still in the news, Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy says it will unbundle and fully maximize the use of the over 2,000 properties of the Nigerian Postal Service. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Pantami, said this in Abuja. According to him, NIPOST has over 2,300 properties across the country, with most of them in dilapidated and underutilized states.
Over 2,300 properties in this country, 2,003. And you will discover they have properties in some selected areas that are highly prestigious in Abuja, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Kaduna, in Kano, in all these places. And all of them are being dilapidated. Some of them have been there for over 30 years without utilizing them. So the wisdom is to establish some companies that will work under NIPOST, like Property and Development Company. This company will develop the property, sometimes in partnership, so that government will be able to generate something and at least will be able to put them into use. 2, we propose to have transport and logistic company. 3, these are the 2. We have reached advanced stage, most probably almost 90% done now. Then after that, we will come up with NIPOST Microfinance Bank. We can use all our offices where there are no banks, even in rural areas. They can serve as their banks.
In the same vein, Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy says it will soon deploy the 5G network in Nigeria for increased connectivity. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Pantami, disclosed this in Abuja.
So now we are working on the national policy on 5G. We are at least 95% done with it. From that spectrum, NCC will give it to mobile network operators to start deployment. So the policy is almost ready. I went to National Assembly and I defended our presentation. They have accepted and they have also endorsed the deployment of 5G, and they encourage us also to learn from other countries that have deployed. We have already done that. And World Health Organization, WHO, have already issued a statement that there was not any relationship between 5G and COVID-19. So that addresses the health issue. International Telecommunications Union, which is an arm of the United Nations, has also issued another statement that technologically 5G is safe.
Nigeria Center for Disease Control says Nigeria logged 187,023 total confirmed COVID-19 infections as of August 22. The NCDC made this known via its website on Monday morning, adding that the country reported 383 additional COVID-19 infections on August 22. It said the recent surge in infections was driven by the spread of the Delta variant in the country. The new infections indicated a decrease from the 1,064 cases announced on Sunday. The Public Health Agency also noted that 8 COVID-19 related deaths were recorded, which increased the country's fatality figure to 2,268. It added that the new cases were reported in 11 states and the FCT. Retired Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu of Methodist Church, Nigeria, has called on Nigerians to strengthen the family fabric to raise patriotic, respectful, obedient, and morally upright children. Ladigbolu, a prince and community leader, told News Agency of Nigeria in Oyo that Nigerians needed to embrace attitudinal change to promote morality in the country. He attributed the level of moral decadence in the country to high level of corruption and insecurity, adding that the basic training, controlling and building block for human morality is family.
We have destroyed the foundations in terms of moral upbringing in our families. We have allowed the family fibers to break into pieces. And so the results are showing in Boko Harams. They are showing in banditry groups. They are showing in gangs of kidnappers. Because all those people who are perpetrating these atrocities, I didn't see any of them jumping down from the sky. They are all homegrown, locally bred, born and bred by you and me and our brothers and sisters in the distant and closer neighborhoods. We are the producers of our troublers. Moral decadence is a national malaise, is a national disaster, is a national tragedy that families should focus upon and seek to help with.
Nigerian Institute of Town Planners have appealed to government at all levels to ensure effective implementation of the National Urban and Regional Planning Law 2004. The national president of NITP, Olutoyin Ayinde, made the appeal at a press conference in Abuja. Ayinde said while it was the responsibility of governments all over the world to plan, it was the duty of town planners to put government planning into workable blueprints that would guide physical and economic development of human settlements.
As possible, become aware of what physical planning truly is, and that they deserve to live in better and functional communities than they live now. They will demand from government accountability in terms of the development of their communities. Our governments and our people should stop joking. Now is the time to plan so that we can avert the impending disaster.
Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar, and first-class emirs of Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, and other states witnessed the official coronation of Emir of Bichi, Nasiru Ado Bayero, at the Bichi Township Stadium. Nasiru Ado Bayero ascended the throne as the second Bichi Emir after his elder brother, Aminu Ado Bayero, is named the 15th Fulani Emir of Kano on March 9, 2020. Trust TV's Idris Jibrin reports.
A unique Asian tradition that is religious in presentation, revolving in twofold: swearing in and handing over of the stab of office to Nasir Ado Bayero, officially coronating him as the second Emir of Bichi Kingdom in Kano.
On behalf of the President and the Government of Nigeria, I wish to congratulate the people and entire Emirate of Bichi on this historic occasion.
Bichi is one of the 4 newly emirates created under the Kano State Emir's Appointment and Deposition Act 2019 to, among other things, bring the people closer to the government through the much respected traditional rulers.
The creation of the 4 additional emirates, which Emirate Council inclusive, has demonstrated our practical commitment to the formation of the institution in Kano State. We are of the conviction that through the new emirates, development projects embarked upon by our administration could easily support easily and down to the grassroots.
Nasir Ado Bayero became the Emir of Bichi after the removal of Muhammadu Sunusi II from Kano Emirate and the subsequent appointment of the then Emir of Bichi, Aminu Ado Bayero, who himself is the elder brother to Nasir Ado Bayero, who has just been coronated as the second Emir of Bichi Emirate. For the people of Bichi, This event is significant for several reasons. It is the first coronation of an emir in Bichi, and perhaps the first emirate to have had two first-class emirs that are direct descendants of the famous late Alhaji Ado Bayero. For now, it is the celebration of tradition and culture's best in Bichi royal dynasty. Idris Jubrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello says youths and women are poised to take charge of affairs of the ruling All Progressives Congress, which has garnered 40 million registered members. The governor, in an interview with Trust TV in Abuja, said the crisis rocking the party will be resolved, insisting that the party will not disintegrate but will outlive current members.
My first political party is APC, and by the grace of God, my last political party will be APC. I don't see myself, under no circumstance, ever leaving APC for another political party. And Nigerians believe in APC, not legacy parties. Of course, you won't rule out, agitation by, few, members of the legacy parties that form the APC, agitating for one thing or the other. It is allowed. That is the beauty of it.
Watch out for the full interview on Trust TV. Still in the news, Federal Inland Revenue Service has urged taxpayers to continue to pay their value-added tax to it to avoid paying penalties for failure to do so. Abdullahi Ahmed, Director, Communications and Liaison Department of the FIRS, gave the advice in a statement in Abuja. He said FIRS issued the directive following numerous inquiries in the aftermath of a recent judgment obtained by the Rivers government at the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt. The court had on August 9 ruled that the Rivers government, not the FIRS, was the rightful authority to collect VAT. Following the judgment, Governor Nyesom Wike on Thursday, August 19, signed into law a bill which authorizes the Rivers State government to henceforth collect VAT in the state. FIRS spokesperson explained that the organization had already appealed the judgment in which it sought a stay of execution order and that the status quo ante should subsist on VAT collection. He further said taxpayers should continue to pay their VAT to the FIRS. Away from Nigeria, devastating floods in the southern U.S. state of Tennessee has left at least 21 people dead and dozens missing, local officials say on Sunday, in what they warned was a preliminary toll. Tennessee was hit Saturday by what meteorologists called historic storms and flooding, dumping 15 inches or more of rain. Rural roads, state highways and bridges were washed out and widespread power outages affected thousands of people. 20 people died in the town of Waverly in Humphreys County, Police Chief Grant Gillespie said in a news conference covered by News Channel 5 Nashville. Search and rescue operations continued Sunday, with workers going from home to search for victims or those needing assistance. Following last week's devastating earthquake, aid packages were handed out on Saturday to displaced families camping at a soccer field in the Haitian city of Les Cayes. The parcels containing food and sanitary items were distributed to those left homeless in the aftermath of the 7.2 magnitude quake. The disaster, which hit the southwest of Haiti the hardest, killed nearly 2,200 people, injured more than 12,000, and destroyed more than 10,000 homes. In sports, Gareth Bale scored his first La Liga goal since 2019, but it took two late goals from his replacement, Vinicius, to earn Real Madrid a 3-3 draw at Levante on Sunday. That result allowed champions Atletico Madrid, who beat Elche 1-0 earlier in the evening, to take top spot in La Liga. In the late game in Valencia, Bale gave Real Madrid the lead after 5 minutes. It was the Welshman's first goal in La Liga since his second goal, an 86th-minute equalizer in a 2-2 draw against Villarreal at the start of September in 2019, a match which he ended by collecting a red card. Finally, in sports, Team Nigeria won 2 more medals on the final day of action at the World Under-20 Athletics Championships in Nairobi on Sunday. The country's total haul of medals at the 5-day championship was 4 gold and 3 bronze medals, which Nigeria finished 3rd overall on the final medals table. Hosts Kenya finished top with 8 gold, 1 silver and 7 bronze medals. Finland narrowly beat Nigeria to the 2nd position with 4 gold and a silver medal. Team Nigeria's first medal on the final day of action in Nairobi came from the 400 meters relay women's event, where the country scooped a bronze medal. And that wraps up the news update at this hour. Join us again at 3 p.m. For more news, follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.